Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is your weekly tarot forecast. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And also go check out the other videos that may pertain to you for your sun, moon, or rising signs. I think that'll give you a much more dynamic picture of what's going on this week, all right? So Pisces, what is it that is on your mind? What can we help you with today? What is the message for Pisces? Let's get into this situation. Now we are going to lay out our Dove and Serpent spread. And as you know, that includes a bonus card, a confirmation card, this mystery card that we are just going to put right over here. And we're not going to look at that until the very end, and we're just going to see if that can tie the reading together or give us that confirmation that we're looking for, okay? So, starting us off here, I see quite a bit of fire already. I see a lot of major arcana, so we're going to start there with the Path of the Dove here. We see the Sun card and the Justice or Adjustment card. So I'm wondering now if this situation might involve a serious romantic partner, a serious kind of move, or the potential for a very serious move in terms of a relationship that you're in, like a romantic relationship. It could be that whoever you are with, whoever your person is or your partner is they're going to be wanting to take things to the next level this week. I wonder if with this Adjustment card, this Justice card, if this isn't kind of a proposal to do something a little bit more serious, or to, to take the plunge, as they say, or to tie the knot, or to sign that marriage license or something like that, because it is kind of a serious deal to get this Justice or Adjustment card, especially right in the middle of the spread, right at the kind of first card that we got is just being, crossed by this Adjustment card. So I think that you're in some kind of a romance right now, because we do see a Two of Cups back here. And this is kind of the energy that you're bringing into the situation. What is it that's carrying over into this week that is affecting what's going on? Well, that is this love partnership that you have. So I think that probably for most of you, it's going to be a partner that you're currently with, someone that you do already have this emotional kind of love connection with, whether you're actively in a relationship or actively dating now or not. It doesn't really matter. I think that you know who this person is. I think there's a very strong emotional connection. And I really think that they are going to just put caution aside, and they're just going to do it. They're going to come right out and ask you to be serious, to take things to the next level, maybe to even, to get married, or some sort of deeper commitment. I think they're going to be after with you. And with the Sun card and with the Adjustment card, I think this is really has the potential to be a very serious and deep and loving and really joyful commitment. The Sun card here is just showing two people who are just wildly in love and just not concerned with really anything else, and just really open to experience and loving life and just enjoying each other's company and really just having a really, really good time together. And then in comes this Justice or Adjustment card, wanting to take things to the next level, wanting to go a little bit more serious, wanting to make things more official, more committed, more serious. I do see some other things in here that might be, helpful in this situation. First, I think, is your spirit of adventure. I see the Fool card here as kind of what you want in life. I feel like you're kind of a world traveler. You're somebody who loves adventure, loves to try new things and have new opportunities. And sometimes you may have a bit of a tendency to take that plunge, maybe without really looking where you're going to land, or to try things without really thinking through the consequences or the results or the future kind of situation. So it might be wise for you to take a moment and think about things and consider everything that's going on, consider what your plans are, what your goals are, and what you want for your future. But I see that you're somebody who really does just kind of You like to throw caution to the wind. You like to take the risk, take the adventure. You just have this really free and wonderful spirit about you. And I'm really feeling like you're just going to light up and just be like, yeah, let's do it. Let's make that commitment. Let's take things to that level, right? I think you're just going to be really enthusiastic and really eager to get on with that adventure, right? But maybe just take a little moment to consider the future and if it's really something that you really want. And then I think that's just good advice, I think. But I do feel like you have this really adventurous spirit. We also have a little bit of this Chariot card, which is in the subconscious, unconscious, maybe a little hidden tendency that you have. And I think this is kind of saying that when things get a little bit too serious, you have an impulse to kind of just pack your shit and move on, right? And I hate to kind of, I hate to say that in that way, but this is kind of the feeling I'm getting with this Chariot card, that when things start getting a little bit too serious or just a little bit, a little bit too heavy or emotional or just, too deep, a little bit too serious, then you kind of want to just pack up and go, right? I think there's that impulse for you to do that. And I think that with this Chariot card, it's like you've already got your stuff in the car, your things are already packed, and you're ready to go if it needs to happen, right? I think you're kind of always at that point, maybe not literally, but I think you're always just kind of, you can just cut and run at any moment. Like you have that ability to do that. And I think that really goes with this Fool card. I think these two are, kind of, they're kin, really. I think they're closely related. I think you have this sense of adventure and this really enthusiastic spirit, and you want to take these risks and do these new things, and then if it doesn't work out, well, you can just pack your stuff into your car and you can go. On the other hand, though, I should point out that this Chariot card is also this underlying desire or this underlying kind of aspect of your personality, of your being, that really wants a traditional relationship, wants a traditional life, wants to have, the 2.5 kids, the white picket fence, and the, the station wagon and all of that stuff. So I think that, you want that kind of life, but at the same time, you're also ready to just kind of run away from it if it starts to get a little too close, right? So there's that kind of dual aspect there to keep an eye on. In the immediate future, we see this Ace of Wands. This isn't really telling us a whole heck of a lot other than this situation. If it does come down to this person kind of making that proposal to you this week, it's really going to just light a fire in you. I think it's really going to be that exciting kind of thing that's just going to light you up. Like I said before, I think you light up at these opportunities, and you just really want to do it. You have that wonderful, like, free spirit and a sense of adventure about you. And I think this is really going to kind of bring that out of you. I think you're going to feel that fire and that passion when the situation develops, and when you see this coming. I think it's really going to light you up. We're going to move on here to the Path of the Serpent and go to this Knight of Wands, which is kind of reinforcing what I've been talking about, how you have this really adventurous and enthusiastic spirit, right? Where you're ready to just take the leap and not really worry about where you're going to land. I think with this Knight of Wands, this is a little bit of that impulsive nature, a little bit of being very willing to take the risks without thinking through the consequences always, right? So it's just a little bit of that kind of impulsive nature about you. So I think this really ties in with everything else that we've been talking about, especially with that Fool card and, with this Chariot and stuff too. I think it's just like, you just, when you get excited about something, you're just ready to go for it. You're just all in all the time. And I think, again, that aspect of your personality is going to be brought out this week by this situation. Moving on, to the Three of Discs, this represents your relationship with this person. And I think this is one, again, where you're kind of all in. The Three of Discs here is really giving something everything that you have, using every aspect of your being, putting in all of your mental energy, emotional energy, your physical energy, your spiritual energy. All of that with this Three of Discs, I think, is forging a very good relationship with this person. I think there is that wonderful connection, that love, that harmony, that attraction and desire that's there. And then I think there's also this willingness between the both of you that you're not holding anything back. You're giving everything that you have to this relationship. So that's something to think about as well. And if that's resonating with you, then maybe that'll kind of help you through the situation, or help you kind of decide what it is that you're going to do when this does happen. The next card that we come to is the Princess of Cups, and this is kind of in your fear, worry, concern kind of area, right? And I think that what this could be is that if you were to, let's say, leap into this situation, right, to this serious commitment or this next level thing, whatever that it's actually going to be, I think a small part of you is worried that you're going to be missing out on those little seeds of love with other people, or that feeling of falling in love. Because with the Princess of Cups here, this is like that initial attraction, that initial spark. It's that first kind of feeling when we meet someone that we're really attracted to, right? It's just that beginning feeling. And I think that you're kind of worried that you're not going to have that again. If you make this deep commitment with this person, what if this is the last time that you fall in love, right? Because this, I think, this Princess of Cups is that the first moment of falling in love, right? It's the butterflies that we feel when we first fall in love, that sort of thing. So I wonder if part of you isn't going to be a little bit, have a little bit of regret if you never are able to experience that again. And now I'm not saying that, because you have a serious commitment or you're going to take things to the next level, that necessarily, kind of excludes this Princess of Cups. But I think that's part of what your underlying worry about the situation would be, right? And I think that goes back to this aspect of the Chariot card where part of you wants something very traditional, the 2.5 kids, station wagon, all of that. I think that is what is kind of causing this little bit of concern or worry. That it's just, you're going to have that traditional life, traditional relationship, and is that going to exclude the opportunities to fall in love with things or people or ideas, or just to have that initial spark of love and passion with someone, okay? Now, in the immediate kind of future, like the next week or couple weeks, or going into the long term, I think we have this Two of Wands, and I wonder if this isn't kind of representing a decision that you might have to make. Because there are the two wands here, they're kind of clashing, and this card's about owning your decisions, right? Owning your life, owning what you do, owning the consequences for what you do, the results of your actions, and owning what is yours, right? It's really about that kind of vibe. So I think that, this is a little bit of that, well, you're going to have to make a decision. You're going to have to figure out what you want in this life, or what kind of relationship, what kind of commitment, what kind of future you would want with this person. And you're really going to have to own that. And whatever decision you make, I think, is going to be, it's going to be yours. And you're going to have to really take the responsibility for that. Okay. Pisces, let's look at this confirmation card and see if this can help us out at all, especially with that Two of Wands, because I'm a little iffy on that card. We've got the Queen of Discs here. Okay. All right. I like this card. I think this works well for this deeper commitment and this kind of, I keep saying traditional, but not necessarily traditional, but more of just like a family-oriented kind of life. If you take this commitment with this person seriously and you try to build a life together, which I really think that you folks are already building a life together with this Three of Discs here. I feel like you're already working on that. And so this is kind of confirming that, hey, you can have a really really successful life with this person. You can really build something for the future, whether it's family or a career or just this union or just this, like this team, right? This kind of, your own personal empire with this person. So I think that this, it's a good confirmation card in terms of like, you could have a really successful life with this person. Doesn't mean that you should, doesn't mean that you're going to choose that way, doesn't mean anything like that. It's just saying, it could be really, really good. There's the potential there because especially with this Two of Cups, we see there's a lot of love. There's already a lot of commitment and a lot of, giving and receiving and a lot of like kind of mutual, work and progress and building. And so it could end up really, really successful and you could have a really just strong life with this person. All right. So Pisces, I hope this gives you a little bit of insight. I hope this is resonating with you. Please leave me some comments and let me know what you think of this reading. This was your weekly tarot forecast, and there is an extended version, which I think we're going to try to unpack this Queen of Discs a little bit. You can become a member by hitting the join button or following the link in the description box of this video. Again, this was your weekly tarot forecast. Thank you so much.